that struggle. We put to death. And we focus in on Jesus. And so as we think about these things, the choice is clearly between the flesh and the spirit. And it changes the trajectory of your life. Which one you feed. Think back about that story in Genesis again. After they follow their fleshly desires and they see and they covet and they take, no longer do they have access to the garden, the tree of life, and so they are sent into the path of death. Now, thankfully for Jesus, praise God for Jesus, we don't get kicked out of his hand. That's not how that works, because Jesus has come to establish his kingdom. But what he does say is that when we build up treasures on earth, we build up treasures in heaven, and they don't work out even close to the same. He does say that our life, that we follow the flesh, just leads to death. Oh, it may look pleasing at first. Oh, you look at all the people and you say, well, what about sister? She's been following Jesus all her life, and yet she's struggling with cancers. And here, this guy over here smokes, drinks, does drugs, and he's perfectly fine. Oh, but you don't see the death that is coming for him, nor the life that's coming for her. Because we get so caught up on just the things we can see right here, right here. We can't see. And so we have to feed one wolf. Which wolf are we feeding? Which wolf are you feeding today? Because that will determine the trajectory of your life. Think back about it. Those of you who are a little older, right? Some of you are young, you don't really know. Some of you are a little older. Some of you, well, I'll let you decide which group you were in. You look back at your life and you say, well, there's times in my life when I have followed Jesus and other times when I have followed the path of the flesh. Oh, it seemed good at first. However, something brought you to Jesus back. Not long ago, we did a rededication and baptism. Why? Because they walked the path of the flesh and found that it's not a path that leads to life, but Jesus.